another game after this one. Nonetheless, we do have a draft on our hands. These are two teams that we've seen throughout the day. Yura, Storm Spirit, absolutely dominated the losers bracket. They got sent down there in the first round of this tournament, and they just stomped their way through. We saw Sora on his techies last game as well. He was like beyond godlike. I don't know how you even do that on techies.
I mean, you can suicide yourself and still keep your streak, right?
Still, like, he's so
Yeah.
easy to pick off. Like, but anyway, they managed to do it, and we see pretty much the exact same draft coming out of the Radiant here. Techies, Silencer, they don't get the Tuskar this time, but we've seen this Earthshaker Anti-Mage combo before, and they
This is
did a
pretty much
lot
like
of
last,
work. Yeah.
like, let's say Euro really carried his team so hard, like all the games, and when he lost, it was against this team, and it
Yep.
was Tuskar and Team Shaker.
Yeah.
It was the exact same
And
thing.
TA.
NTA and Lion, I guess.
No, it was
Lion?
I can't remember who their last year. Earth Spirit.
Yeah, Earth Spirit in the offlane. Yeah,
Earth
that's
Spirit. Yeah. So we'll see what they look to pull out here, but I mean the question really is, does Yura commit to a Storm? Okay, he does. Well, there it is. I was about to ask, does Yura commit to the Storm Spirit right now? Because if he doesn't, they're gonna take it away from him. And he's confident against the Anti-Mage Earthshaker. He believes that he can do it. This is his signature hero. We've seen him absolutely stomp on this hero. Like last game, he was 34, 2, and like 12.
Yeah.
Like absolutely nuts. So we'll see if he can replicate that success here. Now Axe is the pickup. Very interesting. I'm not sure that's what you want to go for here. There's Invoker, Earthshaker, Tuskar. That's a bit of a strange pick.
I mean, he's pretty good against the anti-mage in the offlane. Like, even though he burns
Okay.
all your mana, you're always pinning. The second you get some sort of good Blink Dagger timing, you're Axe after all, right?
If they pick up a good hero to lane with the anti-mage, I could totally get behind a safe lane against the Axe here. Absolutely.
And like, what I like about the Invoker pick here is like, if he gets like some sort of support with the Earthshaker, like one sort of smoke, any rotation in the mid, like Cold Snap plus Fisher, there's no way that the Storm Spirit is gonna survive. And if you add on top of it a Baratrum, a Spirit Breaker, it's even more dangerous for the Storm Spirit. And one thing to note, when you have like Silencer and Techies on your team, you don't have anything. You don't really have lots of heavy protection for. You don't really have lots of ways to back up your Storm Spirit in the mid lane. So he's gonna have to be really, really careful. But being a Storm Spirit player, he knows that he's always gonna get countered. So he definitely know how to play around it. But still, he's gonna have to be really careful.
Phantom Lancer.
Very interesting last pickup here. Phantom Lancer, I believe this is the first time we've seen him today.
Yep.
At least I have. I haven't seen him before picked up in this tournament, but a very good pickup here. I like the Phantom Lancer against their lineup. Against the Spear Breaker, against the Tusk, against the Earthshaker, not so much, but still, really,
Yeah.
I think it's a good pickup here.
I mean, against the anti-mage is good too.
Absolutely.
Once again, Sora,
Yep.
not wasting any time.
Nope, doing his thing. This proved very effective last game, and there's no reason to change a recipe that works. He's just gonna go place those bombs. We'll see where he places them, and I think the rest of his team are going for the bottom bounty rune. Last game, they kind of fudged the runes by snowballing rather aggressively in a random direction, and they didn't get anything for it. So we'll see how they play it out this time.
Yep. And like, it's the T player for Annex is gonna play the Invoker. He's really gonna be the key player in this team. Like, it's really gonna depend if he's able to shut down the Storm Spirit in the mid lane, because he does have good range. Yes, Storm Spirit, high armor, high damage and stuff, but if he plays it right, he's clearly be able to be an annoyance to the Storm Spirit. And we're gonna have to see if he goes for Quas Wex or Quas Exhort. Quas Exhort, it's more pubbish, I guess, if you're really comfortable. But if you go Quas Wex and you burn all of their mana combined with an anti-mage, it's an amazing combo. Easy combo. Burn all the mana, easy nuke. Like, just, I do like overall would like Quas Wex Invoker here. But we're gonna see what's his preference.
Yeah, at the same time, like you said, he does need to dominate his lane, that's for sure. So could quite possibly be going for a Exhort Invoker here. Well, the off lane here could be the Spear Breaker, could be the Tusk. We'll take a look at the items here in a second. Try and figure out which one of these heroes is your off laner.
To be axed.
No, I mean on the
Oh yeah.
on the dire side.
Baratron, I guess?
Yeah, it looks like it. Let's take a look at the Spear Breaker's items. Yeah, that.
But he's top though, but yeah.
Yeah, probably just for the rune. Maybe they're going aggressive. I don't know. They're kind of in a
No.
weird position right
No,
now,
no,
just
no.
going for that top bounty rune. Still paused. All right, here we go. We got the call to go ahead.
Yes, about time.
It's really interesting slowing on silencer first item.
No, he's done it every game.
Yeah, it's
Every game.
really weird. Really weird.
He's done it every game, and we'll see. Bounty rune's gonna spawn up here in just about 7 seconds, and Axe already in position for the bottom one. Tusk is the
Just
only
be
hero
about
from the
it.
dire side that is here, and that's one rune piece.
Stupendous.
One for Invoker, one for Storm Spirit. That's about as even of a start in the mid lane as you can ask for.
So look, it's gonna be an offlane Toskar with some sort of Baritron mid, and what I like about having your cow mid at start, it's somewhat force the Radiant team to bring someone. They're gonna drop the ward. They want to know every single time,
Whoop,
but
that Fisher on the Axe there. I don't believe that he's in any kind of danger, but still interesting.
Yep. They do scout. They know that there's a ward here. And
Yep.
yep.
Well,
So it's gonna be Quaswex Invoker. I think that's the smartest choice.
yep, I can agree with
EMP is so good against the Storm Spirit.
that. Yeah, if he can land it, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal, and I do believe that they have quite a bit of lockdown in place for him to be able to secure that EMP.
Also, sometimes Quaswex Invoker, if he gets a good laning phase and the Storm Spirit fall back, it's sometimes you almost want to grab the Earl's Scepter on the Storm.
Yeah,
Because like Orchid and Quaswex on is so strong. Like Cold Snap for Cold Snap with Orchid, so much damage. And stuff.
yeah, it is really intense. If he can get off to that good start as an Invoker and pick up that early Orchid, like you said, he could force the Storm Spirit back into a Yule Scepter. And it's really interesting to see what an experienced Storm Spirit player like Yura is gonna do in that kind of situation if he finds himself behind about 10-12 minutes in. Still, only 90 seconds into this match, we see Storm Spirit dominating the last hits in his lane, as you'd expect from a seasoned Storm Spirit player like this against a Quaswex Invoker. That paltry base damage on Invoker making it rather difficult right now. He did pick up those early blades of attack though, so he should be okay. Techies, he's got the bombs here. Earthshaker knows better though. He will skirt around, not take
I think he knows. If he's smart, like the position, the way like Teki was positioned, you kind of know that, oh, there's definitely mines there. He's gonna keep going for it. I mean, why not?
But he is gonna secure that that rune for his teammate. Oh, it's a double damage rune, so Invoker might actually head up here to take this. Nope, Earthshaker's just gonna grab it and head back up to top. And the bounty rune's just gonna sit in the bottom river. Nobody's going for it right now. Oh, Earthshaker walking awfully close to those mines. Not gonna get picked off there. Still, this Tusk Spirit Breaker dual off lane, a bit weird, but
I mean, it's so strong, and it's like what's Zyxus gonna do?
well, Silencer's gonna throw out the curse.
Yeah, that's good though, but you should be careful though. If they would have gone on him, he was dead.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
No,
That's for the
Anti-Mage
entry.
farming
not
8
for the
CS. Axe shutting him down quite effectively right now, as well as the threat of a Techies. I do believe that they're aware of the Techies bombs there. Their Earthshaker just teamed it out, I believe. And yeah, like pretty quiet early game so far. Not too much out of the ordinary. Phantom Lancer farming okay, Anti-Mage farming okay, Axe dominating the lane obviously, and Yura far and ahead the last hit leader, 20-5 now compared to the Invoker's 9-0. I feel like Invoker's trying to focus a bit too much on harassing rather than just last hitting.
I mean, that's kind of what you do actually with an Quaswex Invoker, but like we're definitely seeing that he's not able to do anything about it, and maybe like I would say that they somewhat missed the timing. Like Spirit Breaker, he should have been more mid.
Yeah, or at least making stuff
he has to
happen
be
around the map.
careful.
EMP, not gonna connect. That's just gonna zone out the Storm Spirit, but now EMP's on cooldown. Actually, Techies extremely aggressive here, almost behind the tier 1. Maybe looking to pull the creep wave off, or what is this Techies doing? What are these shenanigans?
He's not because he doesn't want to pull the creeps too. Oh.
Okay, Fisher.
Oh, they're not gonna follow him, are they?
I don't know.
So like Toskar looks like Toskar really wants to gank the mid, and he has a really short timing. Like,
Yeah. That's the EMP. It's not going to do too much as Storm Spirit doesn't have that much mana. Tusk needs to come in here. Here's the snowball. It's going to connect, and the ice shards. That should be a dead Storm Spirit.
God,
One more hit.
What a nice shard.
10 HP. That is extremely unfortunate. Almost getting the kill on the Invoker there in return. That is a large waste of time and a very fortunate Yura.
Yeah, I mean, that's on Thruskar. You just miss his ice shard. A well-placed ice shard would have been blocked, but
yeah,
sadly, totally no.
Not the case. He does force the Storm Spirit back to base, but at the same time, you know, he didn't get the kill. Storm Spirit's gonna teleport back. Well worth the money.
And now he has level 6.
Yeah, and now he's gonna be level 6, like you said. Still 30 CS on the Storm Spirit, 20 on the Axe. Anti-Mage not far behind, 19 CS and only 15 with First Blood. That's what you see, level 6 coming out on Yura here, and he immediately goes for an easy kill on that half HP Invoker.
That's so unfortunate because it could totally have been the other way around, and that's you know what happened when you shut down a Storm Spirit, you delay his farm and stuff. So I think right now they want to send back the Invoker mid and just gank him. You have a Fisher that could connect into a Snowball, into maybe Cold Snap EMP, you know what I mean? Like, just go on him. You know that he does everything. And
okay, here they go. Invoker is back. He's going to Tornado. Do we have... Oh, that's a very low-level Tornado. That's unfortunate. Here comes the Snowball, but Yura with the Fisher. The Snowball is going to connect. We have Ice Shards. EMP is way off the mark. Yura, easy Katka, blinks, or sorry, zips out of that. No problem. I don't feel like he was even scared there, honestly.
I mean, he popped it. I mean, that's the thing. You want to gank a Storm Spirit when he's level 4 and 5.
Yeah.
5, you never know when he's going to get it. You know, I mean, you never know, but you kind of get the clock. Level 4, that's a good timing.
It just feels like the EMP was mistimed there. The Tornado really didn't do anything, and the EMP was like it was way too late. You needed to connect with that EMP, and they had the Fisher and the Snowball. They really could have connected with that EMP. And see Snowball now, not gonna go on anything, and Axe just gonna start walking away into the bombs. Anti-Mage, no!
That's so unfortunate.
Earthshaker told you bombs were there.
Yeah, he actually did, see? And like we were saying, oh, he's gonna put him out anyway because who knows what's happened. Oh, Anti-Mage.
That really sucks.
And like, it's not like he would have killed, like, anyway. There's no way. And, oh, careful Invoker once again.
Very dead Invoker, and Earthshaker now. He's got to be careful here. The Silencer, Crystal Silent, and the last word. Down goes your Earthshaker. Yura with a double kill. Don't do this.
And rotation from the Tuskar with absolutely zero mana.
Don't feed the Storm Spirit. Oh, God. It's so hard to watch. Yura getting far ahead here. 39 last hits, 7 minutes in, 6 denies. He is far ahead on net worth and last hits, doubling the Anti-Mage, more than doubling the Spirit Breaker, by far more than doubling the Invoker at this point. This is really rough. Like, I mean, this guy really knows how to play Storm Spirit, but at the same time, he's got a lot of luck going his way this game. He's been really fortunate.
I wouldn't say he's fortunate. I think that it was misplayed by the Spirit Breaker.
That's what I mean. Other people's misplay are his good fortune, right?
I guess.
That's
definitely.
Because they could have executed much better, and he would be much harder pressed to make anything happen right now. Instead, he's sitting on 4K, and he's got an Oblivion staff pretty much. Yeah,
and like right now, like the other team are like, oh my god, this Storm Spirit is so strong, we need to gank him, but you miss your timing. So even if Spirit Breaker charged and you get like Cold Snap,
we've seen this every game from Yura. It's not like they don't have a backup. All the amount of time that these 3 heroes are spending mid lane, Phantom Lancer's just farming. Like, don't forget, there is a Phantom Lancer in this game. He's 1,000 gold bank. Aquila already done. He can go pick up his power treads now. He's no,
if he goes for it,
he's no slouch on the farm. I mean, Axe has a blink dagger now. 8 minutes in, they've won every lane. They haven't lost any of their lanes. This is ridiculous.
It's a really good start. And like he's gonna call and
Anti-Mage is so dead. He's actually
not really. He's really lucky. Oh, there was like one spin. Like you said,
and the Techies wasn't in position.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he had no. Storm.
Zip.
They still have all his mana.
Did he cancel the Nether? Oh, okay. That's weird. I thought he had mana for it. I guess not. Well, Glyph coming out just to stop the Phantom Lancer. Now they're going to teleport in. Phantom Lancer does get the tower. Can he make it his way out of here? I don't think so. He's going to go down. He's going to shot beforehand? Yeah, he is. Okay, he's fine. Well, 30 seconds on the sideline. He did get a tower. Tons of space created. Yura makes it out alive. He farms up a big stack, I believe.
Yep.
And he's going to go back to base now. Almost at his Orchid. 9 minutes in. It's 9 minutes.
This is a 9-minute Orchid, is it?
Oh, pretty much. Oh, yeah. He almost has it, yeah.
I thought this is such an interesting build from anti-mage when you're facing against like some sort of offlaner who's really strong against you. Oh,
Invoker gonna take out the Silencer. That guy's food. But Storm Spirit finding a kill on the Earthshaker. I'll say it ain't so. Stop feeding the Storm Spirit. Well, they don't have a tower there, so it's a bit difficult. Nobody could teleport to support the Earthshaker, and he just gets caught out by Yura here,
and
finding the space on the map.
He's gonna do like he did every game.
Yeah. Oh, he's
gonna
being charged
push
now.
lanes, gonna come back.
He doesn't have that much mana. He's bottling up now, but there's unfortunately it's just a Spear Breaker. Nobody else is
I
coming
mean, let's
in.
hope for like
Techies
5
gets another
bash.
pick off on the Anti-Mage.
5 bash.
Okay.
Bash.
Nope.
Come on, bash. No, it's
Just
fine.
doesn't even get the ulti off.
You get ult. Just ult. Go for it.
That's another feat. Feed Reno.
I mean,
And
when you know
Anti-Mage
like
died too.
when you know you're dead. Oh my god, this is as bad as it gets. Like,
Anti-Mage died top lane to the Axe and Techies.
yeah, that's a really strong lane. Axe techies like that, so much suppression, and I don't know. They lost all of their lane, and it's pretty unfortunate because I think none of this would have happened at the start. But we're gonna see what happened. I feel like Invoker, knowing he's behind, he's gonna go for the Urn of Shadow. It's pretty interesting, and
It's good, but he still needs that Orchid. That's a very dead
so
Earthshaker. Yeah. Good Fisher, but it doesn't matter.
he might get in trouble though.
Snowball, but he does manage to zip down to the low ground. Do they have anything for him? It seems, okay, there's a Tornado. He doesn't even need the EMP Storm Spirit. It's pretty much out of mana. This charge is coming through. Yura could be going down here. Do we have a global silence? No, Silencer's not even level 6, but Axe comes in with the Blink Call on 3. Anti-Mage walking in, but he doesn't find the Storm Spirit. Anti-Mage, what are you doing, buddy? He's even going to get a kill. He uses the Mana Void on the Axe, but the real prize, the big money, the big ticket, the comeback, the Storm Spirit walks away.
That was an amazing
Anti-Mage.
play by Axe though.
Oh, really well played by Axe. I still like, my heart breaks. I feel like the Anti-Mage could have gotten the Storm Spirit there if he just blinked and Mana Voided. That was a ton of gold that would have gone his way. Oh well, Axe, a worthy sacrifice, keeping his Storm Spirit alive. Great play. The Blink Call on 3 was absolutely perfect. Right on the money. Well, Storm Spirit gonna go onto the Spear Breaker now that he's got full mana and HP. Easy cuts, that's a very dead Spear Breaker. One more zip for good measure. Down he goes, and
So
Blue
last game
Rabbit,
he was godlike in 12 minutes.
Yep, Yura, Wicked
He's
Sick.
slightly under it now.
Well, he's got the Orchid. 12 minutes, Orchid, bottle,
Oh,
Null
Axe
Tally,
is gonna go
Axe.
to the Invoker. There's gonna be the Fisher and the Totem from the Axe, but
Oh,
he should be alright.
okay. EMP, there goes all his mana. Snowball gonna come through. That's a very dead Axe. And yeah, I mean, okay, it's a bit of space. Spirit Breaker did get traded for him. And all the meanwhile, Phantom Lancer is farming. Then again, wait, where's Anti-Mage is farming top as well, I was about to say. Going for that no boots Anti-Mage build that we've seen so many times this event. I'm not sure about that. Oh my god, the Orchid onto he's dead anyway. You can just forget about him. Go for another kill. Storm Spirit. Oh my god, the Walrus Punch used on a creep. Okay, well at least they're gonna get the Spirit Breaker. He's gonna come in now and they're gonna kill Yura. Down goes the Wicked Sick of Yura. 863 gold going the way of your Spirit Breaker. Oh, they don't go for the Silencer. That was interesting.
I mean, they don't have none of them had mana.
Yeah.
Maybe if he would have Tread Switch.
Unfortunately, Silencer didn't have mana for his ulti that engagement. I feel like Yura was banking on Silencer having a global silence there. I don't think we've even seen a global silence yet. 13 minutes into the game. He just doesn't have mana. He keeps using his...
But he does have Soul Ring though. It's a really
yes,
good
he
way
does.
to have a mana.
He does have that Soul Ring, like you said. Well, 10-6 is the score. The giant of this game, the unstoppable force, Storm Spirit, has been taken down once. All the meanwhile, Phantom Lancer just farming. I feel like his farm has been not so great this game. He's been left alone pretty much the entire time, and he's only sitting on that Blade of Alacrity after Anti-Mage getting really low. Axe does have another blink here in a second, but Anti-Mage is just going to head back to base. He's going to make it out alive. No boots. He is moving super slow.
Yeah, definitely. No stats either.
Oh, God.
Like usually when you're against an Axe and you know he's gonna like initiate on you with that Blink Dagger, you just go 1-1 and stats. And maybe you do just one on 4. If you like really think you need like multiple blink,
Go
because
1-4 stats.
yeah, you just that it's really gonna help you. Maybe 1 point in shield and stuff like that. It's just gonna really help you. The armor would really help you tanking that guy.
Well, Phantom Lancer split pushing. As Phantom Lancers do. Storm Spirit
Be really careful though.
gonna find an initiation here, but he's gonna back off as the entire team, pretty much. sitting behind him. Oh, Axe, Blink Ball is only onto one with a snowball onto Axe. Global Silence comes out. Techie's Suicide. He's going to get a double. Axe is going to go down here to the Spirit Breaker. And Yura, unfortunately, on the Storm Spirit, not quite enough mana to join the fray there. There is a regen rune on bottom lane, though. If he just gets that bottom river, they don't have vision of it, however. Yura.
It's kind of unfortunate. Like, Phantom Lancer stopped pushing the T2 because he was somewhat scared. At the same time, like, 2 are dead and you're Phantom Lancer. You're made for this.
Yeah, oh, Spirit Breaker charging in, actually. He's going to find a connection onto the Silencer here. No, he's going to cancel his charge and back away. Yura is going to find that regen rune and pops it immediately. See if he starts zipping around. Let's see what he can look to make out of this regen rune. Nope. He keeps spending a little bit of mana at a time. Milk that regen rune for all it's worth. And
nice juke.
Yeah. Jukes that auto attack from the range creep and keeps that regen rune going. See where he looks to go with this, as all the enemy heroes are just so grouped up right now. Everybody except the Earthshaker sitting on mid lane. They're just no space, nobody to pick off. They're a 5-man unit. They're all farming as a family with the anti-mage. Oh, they're finally gonna branch off. We'll see what they look to make here. What they look to make happen. They've already lost all of their tier 1s. The Storm Spirit is far and ahead the net worth leader. 15 minutes in, Anti-Mage still a broadsword away from his Battle Fury, and he doesn't have boots even. 7.5 thousand gold is the net worth advantage, and Yura sitting on 8,600 gold.
Earthshaker.
Oh, okay. We got a charge onto the Phantom Lancer, but I feel like it's a bit far to go. We already see Yura coming in. Do they look to commit to this? Yura sees him. He's going to go straight onto the Earthshaker. He's going to pull him in. We do have the Nether Strike, but I don't. This is not. No, this was not what you wanted to do, Spirit Breaker.
Anti-Mage once again doing the rotation. There's going to be double ganger, making sure that he doesn't. And actually, Invoker is going to get a kill on our friend, the Sansa in the mid lane, and Techies with the suicide. Oh. It's not on cooldown actually, so if he fell threatened, he could just kill himself. But Axe is going to save him with that bottle charge.
Actually, no, Techies has his own bottle. He's just.
No. It felt like it was Axe.
Yeah, because Axe was walking beside him for some reason. Still, it's a little bit of, a little bounty going their way. The Spirit Breaker didn't die, and they did get 2 kills. Or sorry, they did get the Silencer. So, but still, Phantom Lancer getting closer and closer to that Diffusal Blade. I'm not sure about the first item Diffusal Blade on Phantom Lancer. It feels a bit weird.
It's really strong if you have it like really early. Yeah. If you get it by like 10-12 minutes, it's surprisingly really strong.
Yeah.
You just don't want to fight him because
we're gonna get actually an engagement as Invoker takes out Axe and Storm Spirit, killing the Tusk here. He's gonna get charged now. He has very little mana left, but the Global Silence, and he actually gets knocked off the cliff thanks to the Spirit Breaker.
These guys have really been unfortunate. Like, this is the word for this game against that.
Yep. Yeah, and he even says twice. Recognizing his own bad luck, the bash is just rather unfortunate.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Axe still down for a few more seconds. Axe has been able to make a good amount of space here and just kind of distract enemy. Oh, good doppelwalk dodge there, the Fisher from the Phantom Lancer. Still, Storm Spirit not quite as dominant as we saw him last game. He's not completely out of control yet, but he is getting really close.
He is 10-1 after all.
He is getting really close to that like sub 25-minute Bloodstone with the Orchid already in tow. Gonna zip all the way onto the Invoker. He gets the pull, and that's a very dead.
Is he gonna put his money, please?
Okay. Good Fisher is gonna connect. Techie's just gonna blow himself up onto the anti-mage. Spirit Breaker is actually charging in, and Yura is pretty much out of mana. Do they go for this? They absolutely do. With the snowball, he's gonna zip into them to try and avoid it, but a quick mana void. He's gonna take out the Storm Spirit, and that's exactly why you draft this hero against Storm Spirit.
Definitely. Now at the same time, Axe, he's farming hard. He's 0-4, but he's gonna get Blade Mail pretty shortly. And
yeah, I feel like if Axe was in the mid lane there for that engagement instead of teleporting top, that could have gone a lot better for them, but
it was not the case.
Not quite the case. Still, Phantom Lancer's farming, and you know what? This hero can do so much work later on by himself. He's been completely ignored, left unchecked. Storm Spirit is still by far and ahead the net worth leader, which is really impressive from Yura. Just the fact that he's managed to out farm this free farming Phantom Lancer. But still, like Phantom Lancer, 6.8 thousand gold.
He's not the most efficient. Like he didn't really like focus on farming, on harassing that T2 and stuff.
Especially not with the Diffusal Blade build.
Yeah.
still, he's going to farm quite effectively. We'll see what he looks to pick up next here as the Diffusal, you know, it is a late game carry build, right? That's
Yeah, but the principle when you go for Diffusal early is like when you want to like kill the offlaner, and let's say he's always in your face, he loves like a clockwork or something like that.
Right.
You just kill him. But when the T1 falls, your Diffusal becomes more farming.
we're
than
going to get an
Axe,
engagement
though.
here, actually. Another strike onto
Medallion
the
doing
Axe,
so much.
and as well as that Tuskar Snowball. Axe just way too far into enemy territory, and he's going to go down for it. Pays the price. Yura farming up the enemy jungle. Not a care in the world. Spearbreaker now has a Shadow Amulet, getting really close to that,
You have
that
to be
Shadow
really
Blade.
careful.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be the Fisher. It's gonna get to, but they're not gonna do anything.
Nope, and the Ice Shard's not connecting. Unfortunately, that path blocking just...
Yura does find a regen rune. It's always dangerous.
Yep, and he pretty much has his Bloodstone now. He's only...
Yes.
1,000. Ooh. Techies.
That was violent.
God, there's not a single sentry on the map for the Dire side. That has got to be incredibly frustrating if you're trying to farm as a Dire player.
Definitely. I mean, it was such an awkward spot too. Like you would never expect like.
Well, you would know at least if you had vision in there that he was putting down bombs, but
Yeah.
they don't see anything.
That's the magic of techies. Even if you have really good warding and stuff, like let's say you ward this spot, like that's because when he's gonna enter the jungle, you're gonna see him and stuff. Same for like maybe a ward in here, but at the same time, you're never gonna know. Even if you see him enter, you don't know for sure where are the where are the mines. And like, oh, you dropped mine, let's go for it. Bang, you die. You're like, oh wow,
Yeah,
I
well,
hate this hero.
That's what you gotta do against techies. You gotta go aggressive. You gotta get in his face. You can't let him just go in your jungle. Oh, the Orchid actually gonna come out onto the Tusk here, and he's not gonna get anything off. Global silence now. Yura zips onto the cliff, and this Anti-Mage is gonna go down. Earthshaker gonna come in with a big Echo Slam and a huge charge coming out of Spirit Breaker. Phantom Lancer's almost dead. Techi's almost dead. Techi's gonna go down to the Spirit Breaker, but Yura just free reign over this fight. He's gonna go for the Spirit Breaker, and he's gonna get him. He's probably gonna pay with his life though, as he doesn't have any mana. He's gonna bottle up, and he's gonna go for it. Gonna turn around to do some damage to the Invoker, but this Invoker is just taking no damage. He's just gonna walk over the Silencer, and that's a 4 for 4, probably the very best case scenario coming off for the Dire side here. That was an absolutely massive team fight for them, and they needed that injection of gold and experience. Really well done. It's unfortunate that Anti-Mage wasn't around for most of it.
One thing for sure, the earn from the Invoker, it was a bit weird at the start. You're like, oh, he's gonna go earn. Yes, he's behind, but this fight, it really helped him kill that Storm Spirit.
Yeah, that was really good actually.
But
really,
now
really
I hope
well
they're gonna have to be careful, because this is for remote mine.
Oh,
but they be smart.
All right.
Unless he just walk in and die.
No, I think Invoker's, yeah, he's gonna go clear those out.
Is he smart?
They took so much damage early on in that fight. Earthshaker with the big Echo Slam and the Spearbreaker just charging through. That was really, really well done. Even though Tusk couldn't get anything off that fight, it was okay because they committed the Global Silence really early, and it just left them exposed after it was over.
Definitely. And this is one poor silencer, that's for sure.
Yeah, still working on his treads. 23 minutes in, pretty much. So we see a bit better on the net worth now. Storm Spirit at 11,000, not as big of a gap as he had before. The Invoker up to 8,000 now. He should have his Orchid yeah, he does have his Orchid now. So he's about, you know, a Bloodstone behind. Not a big deal.
No, not a big. I mean, at the same time, even though yes, he's far behind in terms of farming, that Orchid could be really strong because it's gonna take a while before Storm Spirit get his Lincoln, Earls, Manta, you know, BKB, any purge, like it's gonna take a while. So that's gonna give him lots of room to actually do stuff.
And now is the time to use it. Storm Spirit just got his Bloodstone. If you can get a pick off on him right now with this fresh Orchid on the Invoker, that's gonna be huge for you. If you can cut those Bloodstone charges in half early on.
Definitely.
Well, Invoker, Tornado off the mark. Let's throw down the Ice Shards, and it looks like they want to get aggressive on some towers here. We see quite a few heroes in the mid lane, and they're committing quite a few spells to clearing out the creep wave, but not going to fully commit to the towers. Storm Spirit is split pushing top.
He do need that T1, but it's so hard pushing against a techie, even though if he's not in lane.
Yeah, and a Phantom Lancer and Nax, and it's not an easy push, that's for sure.
Silencer though.
Silencer is so out of position, but the Axe is ready to counter-initiate, and they're going to spawn him actually. They throw the Ice Shards, and now a Global Silence. That was heavily committed. Okay, Storm Spirit going to go right in. Tuskar with the Snowball, he's going to use it right away, and the Invoker, unfortunately, he's called right now. He uses the stick charges, but he is,
he gonna use the
oh,
Orchid?
perfect tornado. He's going to get him, and now he's going to Orchid up onto Yura. Invoker's going to live. Huge Echo Slam coming in from the Earthshaker, but he will go down to the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer going to work now with that Diffusal Blade. He's just doing so much damage to the Tusk. Tusk is going to go down to the Silencer, and now another Spirit Lance coming up, and this Phantom Lancer is absolutely cleaning up. Techies disconnects mid-fight. That is extremely unfortunate. Now Invoker turns around to fight. He has the Orchid up again. He's going to use it onto the Phantom Lancer. He immediately purchases off himself, and now the Anti-Mage going to work. He's burning up some of his mana. The tornado is good. It's going to connect, and that's probably going to be a dead Phantom Lancer as a result. 4 for 3 is the trade. Techies disconnected. That is not what you want to have happen, and I cannot believe how low that Invoker got without dying. That completely turned that fight for them.
Yeah, he did a really good job at not panicking, just backing, casting that tornado, casting that Orchid, and just straight up right click. That was really amazing by him.
Really, really
And
well
this is
played.
good. Like you said, you're cutting the, you're alving like the Bloodstone charges. He's at 5 right now, and just simply one other kill on him, 2 or 3 charges, and it's not a really strong Bloodstone anymore.
It's not a good
5,
item.
it's not too bad. But if you get under 5, it's nothing.
It's a
nothing
really rough
sexy.
item because you have to get a lot of really expensive pickoffs with a lot of downtime in between each one in order to build that Bloodstone back up to a reasonable.
And that's the
spot.
going for Bloodstone that early. It's commitment. And if it's like, oh, he's gonna go mid.
Oh,
though.
he's zipping right now. He wants to go for this kill down here, and he's gonna get the Invoker, actually ending that dominating streak, getting those Bloodstone charges back up to 6, and 721 gold for that kill alone. Yura, when you get a good team fight like that, you do not want to be handing over that advantage right back to where.
Whenever you play against a Storm Spirit people, you kill him. You need to watch out the timer.
Yeah.
Because if he's gonna come back, he's gonna crush half the map if he needs to. Like, he can definitely do it. Like, even if he's early in the game, Bloodstone, even he does have enough mana pool to actually cross half the map.
Yep, with the Treads and the Orchid as well, he's got a lot of mana to work with, and that kill is not one that you wanted to give up. Definitely not to the Storm Spirit, and you just, the solution is simple. You kill the Storm, group up after, take a tower.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't split up and squander that advantage that you worked so hard to get.
And don't be too scared. You have like a Toskar and a Baratrum, Spirit Breaker, 2 heroes really strength heavy. Like, these guys can like scout, drop the sentry, and if there's like one or two remote mines, like, they're gonna live.
Yep. Well, Axe walking around mid lane, dropping some vision there, and we'll see what they look to do. We saw that Phantom Lancer doing a lot of work last fight. I think his item progression is doing quite well now. Take a look at the Phantom Lancer.
Don't feel.
Yeah, he's got the Yasha now as well, 1,300 gold. He cleaned up last fight. He came in after the fight was almost over, and he got like.
Oh, look,
3
there's gonna be a
kills.
scope confirmed that they might actually
They
find
broke
the
the smoke.
Phantom Lancer.
Can they catch him? Yura zipping, long range. Oh, the Ice Shard's gonna come, but it's not good. The Invoker's actually gonna get Orchided up, but that's a really early committed Orchid, and now the Snowball onto the onto the Storm Spirit, but he's gonna get silenced. Now he's gonna use the counter Orchid. Invoker almost dead. Is he gonna make it away? He does. He makes it away. Oh, he does not. Yura committing a heavy zip for that, and the Invoker, even though he just cast Ghost Walk, is gonna go down. Next up is the Phantom Lancer. He's gonna try juking the other way. Anti-Mage hot on his trail, though he's gonna get charged, and down goes your Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer for Invoker is the trade, and Yura is gonna have to go all the way back to base. That's all right. I mean, I don't know if you're happy with that trade, but they did commit a global silence, and your next fight is gonna be a lot better for it. I think now is the time to go. Now is the time to. But does Yura already have his?
I think we might witness something really sad in here. Nope, not yet. Imagine they would have pushed.
Earthshaker just picked up his Blink Dagger. Earthshaker picked up his Blink Dagger, and I'm pretty sure Yura almost has his Lincoln Sphere. I'm not sure if he's already managed to pick up that ultimate orb or not.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. But still pretty close, and it's gonna really make Invoker's life harder. But he does have that urn to always cancel the Lincoln if he wants to. So yeah.
And a Blink Dagger.
I mean,
He has a Blink Dagger now.
that makes like Tornado EMP combo really easy, and just all around going for like just go for the techies. Like, he doesn't have anything to purge him. But the thing is, when you're Invoker, you need that T1. You get the T1 mid and bottom as a dire Invoker, and you can all this section is yours to kill. But if there's a T1, you don't want to do it, because even if you manage to get a kill like in the enemy river, like Storm Spirit is just gonna TP T1 and just go for it.
Yeah.
He's
gonna charge now onto the Axe. The Ice Shard's pretty good. He's gonna get bashed into the Ice Shards. Down goes your Axe. Storm Spirit gonna zip in. They don't have a global silence for this fight. Now Storm Spirit Orchid it up. Doesn't seem to matter though. They don't want to commit too heavily, and they're just gonna take the Axe pick off and back up. Anti-Mage split pushing top. He doesn't commit for the tower though, interestingly enough. And how close is he to getting that Manta? Alright, not far off. He's about almost 2,000 gold off from his Manta style.
That's pretty smart. I mean, the anti-mage, like, his farm is not too bad, but he's not like a farm focused like anti-mage. Oh, are they gonna? They're gonna see it.
Well, they see them. They're sending there. He's gonna commit one of the bombs to killing off a bunch of the creeps, and Invoker gonna go to work on the rest of these remote mines and take them out really quickly. Still, 26 to 23 is the score. This game seems to have balanced out a bit. Anti-Mage on 12,000 net worth. Now ahead of the Phantom Lancer. Oh, we're going to get a charge here onto the techies, and they're going pretty far. The Orchid going to come out. That's a very good techie. Storm zipping far in. Now the Snowball. They're going to go onto the Storm Spirit. They don't have a Silence Storm. He's going to zip away. Actually, the Blink Echo Slam off the mark, and then the Global Silence to follow. This is disastrous for the Dire. Tuskar going to go down, and a Tornado comes out, but that's not going to help you too much. I feel like they could chase onto this Invoker, but Yura, not quite enough mana to make it happen. Anti-Mage, not even there for that fight.
I mean, it's obviously your anti-mage won't be with you, but when you decide to dive a T1, at least make sure you dive the Storm Spirit or the Axe, like something that's controlled. You don't dive it techies, like.
Yeah, and they orchided the techies too. That was a questionable decision at best, I think.
And the second Storm side is like, okay, let's go. There's no Orchid. There's nothing scary. I'm just gonna go in.
Easy peasy. Well, mid lane, Tornado, EMP. He's gonna connect on at least one hero. Axe gonna have all his mana burned. He is silenced up as well, so Anti-Mage is going to chase him down. He's going to commit the Mana Void. Down goes the Anti-Mage. Storm Spirit picking off the Invoker on the back line. He's going to teleport out, and there's nothing to stop him.
If he would have, he could have, one more right click on the Axe, turn back, Mana Void the Storm Spirit, and he would have been dead. But on the bright side.
Oh, they're charging the Phantom Lancer.
On the right target,
I don't think they're going to commit to this. It's pretty far to go, and Storm's actually Anti-Mage going deep onto this. Onto the silencer, but it looks like he's
gonna get it. Oh, he's gonna get the right one.
Oh no, he uses another strike on Delusion. Storm Spirit going in on the back lines, actually zipping in. Is he gonna find? He finds the Tuskar. In the meanwhile, Phantom Lancer rejoining the fight, going on to the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is dead. That's another kill for Storm. Now Yura on a mega kill streak. He's going for this Earthshaker, and that should be a very dead Earthshaker. The Doppel walk just to dodge the damage from the Earthshaker, making sure they're not giving up anything, and that is a triple kill for your Storm Spirit, building up that Bloodstone, and that is not what you wanted to do. They won such a good engagement like 5 minutes ago, and it's just all gone now. Phantom Lancer taking up his Manta style now, and yeah, that was a rough engagement, man.
I mean, they kept taking some sort of weird decision of diving the T1.
They have such a good split pushing lineup and pick off lineup. I don't know why they're.
I mean, the thing is, their lineup is really like you said, it's good for pickoff, right? You have Baratram, Tuskar, Earthshaker, Invoker, but
Orchid Invoker.
If you cannot get the T1s, you're never gonna have map control, and all the map control this game is totally in the favor of the Radiant because Dire cannot go past the river. They just can't. There's always a tower. Not even one tower at 30 minutes. That's horrible.
And don't forget, there's a techies.
Yep.
So techies.
It's gonna get even harder and harder to defend, right?
Yeah, techies instilling the fear of terror in his enemies, keeping them on their side of the map, not letting them accomplish anything. Storm Spirit with another regen.
Yeah, it's like the third one this game.
Bottled. He's got 14 Bloodstone charges. He doesn't even need it. Look at that mana bar. It's just regens so fast.
It's crazy.
Yep, and
he's just waiting for someone to appear in the
now
mid lane.
on top of the Lincolns too, so he's just going for more right-click damage. Huge zip, just for creeps.
I mean, he has a regen. The second he's oh, there's a kill there, pop regen, go in.
Yeah. In the meantime, the Dire side just he's got that regen rune zipping away from the creep's auto attack, just in time. The Dire side pub training around their jungle, going in 5. It's all you can really do against the Storm Spirit right now. He's too farmed. Anti-Mage pretty much has his Manta style now if he wants it. That'll be a huge boon for him. He can get out of that Global Silence, get out of the Orchid, a lot of work for him, but Spirit Breaker charging around, doing Spirit Breaker things.
Yep, and for now, both team are, this is maybe another prize, and look how sad this is.
Well, 38.5 minutes into the game, 33 to 26 is the score. We'll take a look at our graphs here as the game has equalized a little bit. Pull up the gold graph. See here, 10,000 advantage to the side of the Radiant, most of that on your Storm Spirit. And he's sitting at 20,000 net worth compared to the Anti-Mage's 14. That is a lot of net worth difference.
There's going to be a smoke coming the way of the Earthshaker, so Dire might actually do something good. And actually, I didn't see anything happen with the mines there, so unfortunately enough for the techies, he didn't explode anyone. But looks like Storm is going to find a double damage rune, which is as equally strong on this guy.
Yep. But
especially with the Maelstrom.
Double damage.
He does have a full mana bar though, and he's going zipping. Oh, nice blink out of the Invoker. Barely dodging that double damage.
Oh, but they're going to go. There's going to be Tuskar. He's going to back a bit.
Going in. Storm Spirit still has
Oh,
quite a bit of mana.
Fisher.
The Fisher, well played, but the
he's
Lincoln's come into play, and the Global Silence
Oh,
now.
no,
Storm Spirit going to zip, but he doesn't have enough mana to make it past the Ice Shards. Quickly denies himself, giving up a lot of Bloodstone charges as well as a Global Silence. Phantom Lancer with a great Doppel Walk, but this is going to secure the tier 1 for them at the very least. Cliff is popped, of course, just to slow this down, but Fisher blocking off the creep, stunning the Phantom Lancer. Tower is the objective, and they get it. Meanwhile, Techie's split pushing top lane. He takes out the tier 2 tower. Do they stop here? I mean, you kind of have to just ball out of control, right? You keep going, get this tier 2, 12 seconds still for Storm Spirit on sideline. He actually bought something. He doesn't have buyback anymore. I wonder what he bought.
Nothing.
Well, he had buyback a second ago, so
He died?
that's really strange.
Me dying?
No, I don't know. He's back now. Still,
And he's going to go for a kill bottom. I
yeah,
guess.
TP bottom lane and make something happen. See what he looks to do here.
Every time he die, he always go bot lane or top lane, and he's gonna fish for a kill. But unfortunately enough, he cannot go on both Tuskar and Earthshaker at the same time.
It's a little bit too much stun to deal with.
Axe 0-9. He hasn't actually got anything else, but Axe being Axe, he doesn't need anything else beside a good Berserker call to win a team fight.
Yep, absolutely. We've seen time and time again how this axe comes into play right at the perfect moment with that Berserker's call on multiple heroes, just saving the storm or winning a team fight. It's proved quite effective. Still, the techies just kind of keeping the enemy at bay. He hasn't really blown anybody up here, but he has kept them on their side of the map. Phantom Lancer now picking up a Helm of the Dominator. It feels like a little bit late for that, you know what I mean? That's usually something you pick up earlier in the game to accelerate your farm and sustain yourself, but
I
well,
mean,
he's got it now.
it's still weird. It's not like
It's
it
good
works
armor.
on him. It's good armor. It's good damage. and
Another regen rune. Oh my god, that's like the 4th one now.
He's like the S4 of Reason.
Oh, he's gonna
go
zip
so
pretty far. He's gonna go for the Spirit Breaker, and the Spirit Breaker does have a Shadow Blade, but he's already dead. It doesn't even matter. Now the Tornado's gonna come out. Storm Spirit's gonna zip away from the Tornado, and he's pretty low on mana right now, actually. But there's no Spirit Breaker to charge him.
Anti-Mage.
Anti-Mage blinks in aggressively. Axe, Blink Call, and now the Phantom Lancer is gonna go to work. Unfortunately, this Anti-Mage is... Oh, he's not. He manages to blink out, barely escaping Anti-Mage. The lucky survivor of that engagement. Now a Global Silence as the Earthshaker wanted to come in for a Echo Slam, I believe, but he's just going to be forced to use his Shadow Blade, and now Echo Slam coming out. The Tuskar is going to snowball in. Walrus Punch onto the Storm. Axe, Blink Call. He's going to get him, and they're going to clean up. The Tornado is good on 3 heroes, but no follow-up to it. Nobody dies on the Radiant team. They're all so low, but nobody goes down. 3-0 is the trade. Really well played there.
Anti-Mage really has to focus on checking the Storm's Fist mana, because this fight, if he would have stayed behind, actually Storm went back.
Yeah.
Storm went back with no mana. You just mana void him. The second you know he's past like less than a quarter of his mana, just mana void him. But obviously you need to pop that Lincoln, but at the same time he has to be really careful about that, because he could have helped his team.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate.
At the same time, Techie's having like Scepter right now. He's gonna start farming really fast, and this is so dangerous.
Still another game in this tournament where Roshan is not even a consideration until very, very late in the game. We've seen coming up on 38 minutes into the game, nobody's even walked into the Roche pit. And,
I mean, they could have done it. Like having Medallion and Vlad, Anti-Mage can take it really
and
quick.
Sigil, I mean,
Yeah.
you've got some of the best,
They have a good lineup for
like
it.
Alacrity, you've got a Quaswex Invoker.
They definitely can. For the Radiant, Storm, PL, they're both horrible. I mean, maybe not anymore, because he does have like crazy right-click damage now.
Yeah,
But
now.
early in the game, both PL and Storm, they're not really effective at killing
Still, we got the Thunder King here, farming up in the jungle. He likes to get 7 slotted on this storm, that's for sure. He
That's all you have
farms
to
a
do.
lot.
That's how you play Dota. You have to be really farm efficient.
Well, Phantom Lancer sitting on 14,000 net worth. Not that much compared to his Storm Spirit counterpart at 23,000 net worth, almost 10,000 net worth above his technically position 1 carry. Still, Anti-Mage 17,000 net worth here. 39 minutes into the game, 36-27 is the score, and Radiant side still far ahead in the lead. But we're gonna look to see if they can bring it back around for the Dire with this smoking. They're gonna walk into Roshan, but all those bombs, he doesn't even pop them. Storm Spirit's gonna zip. He's gonna get this Earthshaker before he manages to get anything off. Earthshaker dies to the Soul Burn, and Storm Spirit's actually just gonna teleport out. Meanwhile, DL is that's a very interesting snowball. The mine's not enough to kill the Tuskar. He just barely whiffing that detonation, but the Tuskar probably still dead here with the last Spirit Lance, and now they're stuck in the Roche Pit. Do they have any detection for this Invoker? It doesn't look like that's the case. 2 for 1 is the trade. Techies, it does go down in the Roche Pit, but end of the day, that is a very favorable trade for your Radiant side. They're probably going to look to pick up this Roshan now.
They do have the Elm, so PL carefully can take it.
Yep, absolutely. And Storm Spirit's going to zip in. He wants this Aegis, that's for sure. Working on his BKB now. Sunstrike coming in. It's not even, it doesn't even hit. That's interesting. Well, just a scouting Sunstrike, obviously. And it just doesn't feel like they can really fight that. Global Silence absolutely wrecked them that fight. Earthshaker, what's Earthshaker working on? Nothing.
I mean, he does have the Twin Dagger. 1, 12, and 12 is pretty rough having lots of item.
Oh, are they? They're gonna do something. I mean, that was obviously a very failed smoke gank, but see if they don't back down from this aggression. If they maybe just smoke up and go again, or back to farming.
I mean, Dire team didn't want to fight.
No.
You know that the Storm Spirit does have an Aegis, so I mean that even if you kill him once in a team fight, he's gonna come back. But at the same time, you might give them the opportunity to push with the Global Silence. So that's a rough call to make. Maybe they're just confident to just defending their base, wait till the Anti-Mage get his Abyssal Blade to totally tear that Storm Spirit apart if he's able to. But it's not the easiest feat possible.
Still, the pace of this game is greatly slowed down as both teams opt to just farm up a little bit more. We see these kind of scrappy, small engagements back and forth, but a lot of Shadow Blades coming out. Tuskar now with his Shadow Amulet as well. It's, I don't know, is that like are Glimmer Capes the answer here? Like,
Glimmer Cape is an amazing item.
Satanic now on Phantom Lancer, that's curious. Okay, Storm Spirit almost finishing up his BKB, and this Phantom Lancer he doesn't feel like he's gonna have too much damage.
Techies.
Oh. Another pause. Definitely playing Dota.
A game of pause.
Okay. Oh, Techies crashed.
Oh, that's a pretty nice pause, to be fair.
Oh.
Look at his face. Look how happy he is. Why you close your mouth, bro?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Them pearly whites.
I think we're going to see trees in here.
Well. Let's take a look at the silencer here really quickly. Do our intelligence comparison. 88 intelligence on this. Oh, sorry, no. What is that? 80. Sorry.
82.
So slow. 82 intelligence on the silencer. I don't know who we were looking at that had 88. I think it was the Phantom Lancer. Take a look at the Storm Spirit. Far and ahead.
I think he's smarter. I mean, he's level 25. That's not.
Yeah. Phantom
Even
Lancer.
feels smarter.
Yeah, that's a lot of stats. Axe, not very smart.
Oh.
Techie's 88.
Not really smart.
That's pretty smarter than Silencer.
Is he?
Oh,
78?
sorry, 78, not 88.
That's your good day.
I can't think. No. He does have a Yule Scepter now, though. Once he picks up that Yule Scepter,
he's gonna be
he's
smarter,
gonna be
definitely. Yeah. Looks
All
like they're
right,
gonna go back.
Back into the game. Here we
The
go.
battle resumes.
So, 42 minutes in, Anti-Mage farming up a Storm, sitting on almost 19,000 net worth. We're getting to that point of the game where net worth on Storm doesn't really mean that much because he's slotted. He still has a few more slots to go, but
He's gonna go for the BKB. He has plenty damage.
Yeah.
And he needs to make sure that Mana Void doesn't tear him in half.
That's very true. Yeah. So BKB will definitely help with that, and I really like this late game BKB. Having a 10-second BKB 45 minutes into the game is absolutely insane.
Definitely.
So.
And they do have Walrus Punch and Mana Void that goes past it, and like Leader Strike, but in terms of damage, it's gonna negate a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we'll see Techies in their secret shop. Probably put down some mines. Get a little bit of terrorism going. Just walking around baiting. Good tornado. Connects on 2 actually. Axe is
Once again, they're gonna cheat on
but the
taking.
global silence as Storm Spirit is gonna go in. They're gonna get the Invoker right off the bat. He's gonna buy back immediately. Storm still zipping around. Earthshaker just trying to get to him. The Lincoln's actually gonna get popped by the Mana Void. Or sorry, not by the Mana Void, by the Tusk, I believe it was. Mana Void coming out now. Storm Spirit goes down. That's just the Aegis though. 4 already dead. Only a buyback available on the Anti-Mage. Storm zipping in and then he just stops. He's gonna go for the Invoker now. This Invoker just bought back. If he dies here, he can't come back. 95 seconds. Anti-Mage now buys back. And I feel like you have to be extremely cautious if you are this Anti-Mage, because if you die, that is the game pretty much. Still, there's no creeps here. They can't push down this tier 2. Do they maybe just go through bottom? I mean, they've got 80 seconds without the Invoker. This is your time to shine.
Definitely.
BKB being delivered on the Courier. If you're the Radiant here, like, this is blood in the water. This could be the game. This could be it. They could take this first game in this best of 3 grand finals here, take home the money, secure themselves that fantastic advantage. Glyph gonna come out for the tier 2 actually. That's curious. All right. Well, Phantom Lancer, not the healthiest right now. He does have that Satanic, though, available to him. This is when you wish you had gone for the Heart instead of the Satanic. They're going to start going to work. Oh, actually, Storm Spirit zipping in. He's going to find that Earthshaker, and Earthshaker is going to go down before he gets anything off here. Storm Spirit pops his BKB. Now the Crimson Guard from the Axe. They're just not going to be able to do anything. They do manage to get that that Phantom Lancer, but unfortunately Storm's still zipping around. His BKB is now expired. They could pick him off here, and they do manage to get him, but it's at the cost of the Anti-Mage, who just bought back. 110 seconds on the sideline. Axe and Techies, and Silencer, so well, Silencer not so much anymore, but the Axe and Techies are still alive, going to work on these racks, and it's just the Tuskar. Techies trying to make his way back in here. Storm Spirit is going to be back up in 3 seconds. Does he have Boots of Travel? He just bought them. He's going to Boots of Travel in. This is it. He's going for the jugular here. He sees that Tuskar. He's going in. He's going to silence him up right away. That's a dead Tuskar. He's on the sideline for 70 seconds. Invoker is respawning. But what is he supposed to do against this Axe and this Storm Spirit? This is definitely going to be at least 1 lane of racks. Storm Spirit probably just going to go in on this Invoker here in a second. Impy wildly off the mark. Nope, Storm, he just wants to hit buildings. He's got the right click. He says, screw it. We're going for objectives.
I mean,
Time to end this game. That's a good tornado. He doesn't have the EMP, but I mean, Lincoln's does get popped. Invoker now using his BKB. Earthshaker gonna come in. He's gonna use the Echo Enchant Totem. Does he have a Fisher? He doesn't have a Fisher, but the silence from the from the Deafening Blast knockback. Axe blinks in. He goes aggressive. Storm Spirit coming back in with almost no HP. Yule's now onto the Earthshaker. Storm Spirit has to play extremely cautiously here. He does have the BKB. He could go in, but Techies suicides onto the Earthshaker, killing him. Earthshaker now on the sideline for another 50 seconds. Invoker goes down again. The Nether Strike gonna come onto the Storm Spirit here, but he has enough mana to zip away. Is he gonna do it? He's gonna actually first go onto the Space Cow. And can he get him? He does. Yura on a dominating streak with a double kill, manages to pull out another team wipe, but has to back out. Why did he leave? He could have stayed around. He could have.
I mean, for like 2 seconds, yeah, maybe he definitely could have maybe get the range racks, but at the same time, he's gonna heal himself. He's gonna just come back in, and there's not much he can do.
Well, the entire team is gonna respawn before anybody makes it into their base, so looks like 1 set of racks is gonna be what they settle for, and a whole host of kills. Phantom Lancer all of a sudden skyrocketing up to 19,000 net worth, and Storm Spirit at 30,000 net worth. 46 minutes into this game, Yura is again out of control, just dominating as a Storm Spirit, and this is why you don't give this guy this hero
yet another region.
Another region room. He's just gonna zip all the way forward. Well, tier 2 in the top lane goes down. Yura consumes the Moon Charge. He's got his Boots of Travel back, and he's got a regen rune to boot.
That attack speed is gonna be
He has
incredible.
no buyback. He has no buyback right now. He is all in on this push. He does have 16 Bloodstone charges, so he's gonna respawn pretty much instantly, but still.
Still, it's gonna be a really rough defense for the Dire team here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Global Silence
gonna
is
go
available.
in.
Oh, he's just zipping right in. Global Silence is going to come out. As soon as BKB ends, most likely he's going to start off with the pick off on the Ear Shaker. Easy peasy. He's going to go in now onto the Spirit Breaker, but Spirit Breaker has
Global
that.
Silence.
And Global Silence is going to come out now. Storm Spirit going to work here. He is low. He doesn't have mana. He's going to get bashed. He goes down. He's down for 30 seconds with no buyback. Now Invoker going to throw out the Meteor. That's not what you expect from a Crosswex Invoker, but Snowball coming out. Is it going to connect? It should. Yeah, they're going to go on to this Phantom Lancer, maybe. Nope, not really. Axe is coming in. He's still full HP, full mana. And it looks like they just want to back off. Anti-Mage is still relatively healthy, but if the Anti-Mage goes down here, if anything bad happens, he does not have buyback. Tornado's going to come in. He's going to catch the Axe and the Phantom Lancer. Axe going to go down here to the Walrus Punch, and a Mana Void committed on the Axe as well. They're going to keep chasing, but I don't know if they can catch this Phantom Lancer. He does have relatively low HP and mana right now, but it's pretty far out there. All the meanwhile, Silencer just pushing back the bottom lane, doesn't want to give up that tier 1, still sitting on that point booster. I think he has a couple more items on the courier coming towards him right now. Let's see what he gets.
No, he
Full
does have
axe.
the eggs. It's going to be pretty good, preventing the Invoker and the Ear Shaker from using that Blink Dagger.
Yep, absolutely.
It's always a value item, definitely on him.
Well, Anti-Mage picks up that Abyssal Blade. Killing off the Storm Spirit should be a little bit easier now. He does have that Lincoln Spear though, so you got to be careful when you're going on him. Oh, Phantom Lancer. Gonna get caught out. Actually, they do use the Orchid on the right target, but he diffuses it immediately, and now they're just, oh, the Abyssal on the Illusion! Storm Spirit, meanwhile, zipping in on the back line, finding the Earthshaker and zipping away. Not a care in the world. His BKB did get used. He's down to a 6-second BKB now. And that's not the engagement you wanted to take. That was a very unfortunate Abyssal use.
Definitely. I mean, they were like, oh, they try to kill the tanky illusion, right? There's
Yeah.
like one who does damage and one who's tanky.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, they didn't pick the good one.
That's unfortunate. Well, still one set of racks is the advantage here for the Radiant side, and this game is an absolute slugfest. Back and forth. Radiant clearly in the driver's seat of this game. They have the advantage with Yura Storm Spirit, but you know what? He won't be able to hold up forever, and we're starting to see how the power of the Anti-Mage against the Storm Spirit really comes into effect later on in the game. Axe just trying to split push. Storm Spirit top lane. Axe, Phantom Lancer, and the Techies all in the bottom lane. Silencer with that Axe ulti upgrade. Oh, now the full combo from the Invoker. No EMP, however, so Axe still on full mana, but the Storm Spirit zipping in with the Global Silence over the top. He's gonna get a kill. Axe, one dunk onto the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker does manage to kill off the Axe at the same time, though. Tusk with the BKB is gonna manage to walk away. Axe is dead, however. Anti-Mage also dead. No buyback for either of these heroes, and oh wow, the Silencer actually manages to get the Frozen Sigil with that last right click there. Storm Spirit, he has no mana, so this looks like it's just going to be another lane of racks. The Glyph comes out, but it's not going to do too much. Earthshaker does have that Echo Slam, and he's going to jump in and use it right now. He does about half of Phantom Lancer's HP. Now the Snowball is going to come in, and it actually connects. Phantom Lancer Doppelwalk not on the mark, but he turns on that Satanic and regens all of his HP. Invoker is the next target on the list, and that is a full team wipe. Euro with a double kill. Techies honing the Tuskar there. GG is called, and that'll be it. Game 1 in this Grand Finals series goes the way of your Radiant. Euro on the Storm Spirit, dominating once again. And now we know for the, what, 4th, 5th time today, why you do not give Euro a Storm Spirit.
Or you counter him somewhat.
Well, they tried to.
I mean, yeah, they tried to. It was really unfortunate for them at the start. They actually missed the Tuskar missed his little combo to kill them and stuff. But maybe you want, like, I wouldn't say dual lane against him. Like, send a Lich, send, like, just be a pain. Just be a pain.
Wisp,
just don't
maybe?
let it. It could be a Wisp too, but at the same time, Wisp against Storm Spirit mid game.
That's rough. You gotta shut him down.
Be dangerous a bit. But still, like, send a Lich. Like, just be in his face. Keep the Earthshaker mid. Keep the Baratrum mid. Just, like, get everything on him and just try to somewhat counter him. It's not the easiest thing. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but I think if you actually manage to shut down the Storm Spirit of Yura, you most likely have a good shot at beating his team.
Yep, absolutely. Well, there you have it, folks. That is the strategy. Counter Storm Spirit, you might win the game. 36, 7, and 17 is his ending score there. 808 GPM. Absolutely insane performance from Yura on the Storm Spirit. Once again, game 1 in our best of 3 Grand Finals for the solo queue hero here in Toronto. We'll be back soon with game 2, guys. Stick around.
All right, welcome back for the second game of the best of three, or the final of the solo tournament. This time I'm gonna be joined with Senji, and we're gonna see what happened last time. Once again, obviously Europe played an amazing Storm Spirit game, and we're gonna see if they're gonna be able to maybe try to shut down him a little bit. Just try to maybe change the tactic a bit.
Well, this is going to be the second time they're going to be playing against Euro Storm Spirit. So
Third
They're-
time, didn't they
no,
lose once?
they didn't play with each other the first time Euro's team lost. It was a different team that.
Oh, I
beat them.
thought Annex was the the Templar Assassin that beat him.
No,
Oh.
Euro didn't play against them.
Okay, okay.
So this is going to be their second game together, and maybe they learned how to deal with it after this.
I mean, now they like really know for sure that he has a good storm, right?
they know for sure
Yeah,
they
they
need to
they,
stop
they
it.
know, like they really know.
Yeah, so
So let's not wait this time, and let's just see the draft just a bit before we get. So obviously, your first pick Storm Spirit doesn't scare, but one thing for this game, 5 or Silencer from the start of the tournament is actually not going to be a Silencer. It's going to be on Ogre Magi. So Yura this game is going to have to be careful. There's both Earthshaker and Silencer, two heroes that are amazing at ganking him. Global Silence and Fisher, he's not getting anywhere. So that's a really good start for them. I do like it. We're going to see what kind of carry they go for. And Annex, he's like, he's been their mid player last game. And he was like, see, just go mid. I'll do anti-mage, and I'm going to show you how we counter an anti-mage.
well, I feel like the only difference the Storm is going to make for Euro is that you're going to see him grab a Wool Scepter instead of something else. He's going
Yeah.
to grab an early Wolves, but that's going to take
Definitely.
up one of his slots.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing for sure, we know that Yura loves attack speed. He has Ogre Magi. That's going to be like, the only thing he's going to do this game is Bloodlust.
Yeah.
I think he's going to actually max Bloodlust. Just
I think so,
Bloodlust
that-
the Storm.
That would like fit Euro's playstyle, but I think they're gonna max the Fire Blast
Yeah.
and then go for the Bloodlust
Yeah,
second
definitely.
and
That's-
leave
that
the
would be
Ignite level
normal
1.
build.
Yeah, leave Ignite level 1.
So Sora, once again, and actually there's still oh no. He's I would say he was Radiant, but he's Dire, and he's putting the mines once again really close from the
Yeah, I saw the vision. But a big thing is like this hasn't been done for the past games we've seen. No one is scouting out the techies. You gotta see where he's dropping those mines. Like if you don't see where he's putting it, you can't counter ward it properly. You can't avoid the area.
Definitely, you really need to know where he is, because just one sentry could set him out. Yes, Techie forces you to actually buy sentries early, which makes supports poor. But if you manage to kill those 3 mines, there's nothing too scary about it.
Yeah, you pretty much have it handled.
So it looks like they're gonna give the bounty rune to the anti-mage and not the Queen of Pens. So that's gonna make our life slightly a bit harder getting that level 2, slightly after the. That's funny.
Well, at least he's talking about their own.
Yeah,
team.
I think he's talking about his team.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he could have used team, but yeah, they're definitely fooling around. They do know that this Storm Spirit played amazing all tournament long, and
Well, Euro's been holding his team together, right? He's probably calling the
Thought
shots
you
for his
had.
team because
they're gonna try to do a bit of damage on dust card. There's gonna be the Fisher, a bit some right click from the Silencer, but it's not easy to kill that hero in the early lane. And as for the early lane, that's gonna be Gyrocopter. I think, is it? No, it's not the first time we see him actually. But Bristleback though, Gyrocopter does have the good magic damage to kill Bristleback, but still, he should not. Bristleback should have the easiest time as getting his experience
well,
in the offlane.
what Jarl needs to do is get that wand up as soon as possible
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. But like, I don't know. I feel like watching the game, it's easy to tell that Euro's pretty much captaining his team, and Nex is pretty much telling his team what to do as well. Like, each team's rotation has been towards their lanes all the time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Always pleased to
It should be, this is a trial lane though. They should maybe focus on having a bit of lane control. They did stack a bit for the anti-mage, but at the same time, zoning out the Toscar and the Techies some sort of the right way to counter them.
Yeah.
If you make sure that Techies doesn't get a lot of experience and you keep the suicide level 1, especially against a trial lane, that's really good. At the same time, Silencer, 1 armor, and anti-mage 2 armor.
Yeah,
That's
those
you have to be
landmines are gonna get
really
them,
careful. Don't forget that if you do get level 2 snowball early, yeah, you actually have enough time to drop mines and then suicide.
Right. Okay, well, the difference about this game rather than last is that usually you've seen the techies being played against their tri-lane, but this time you're gonna see techies like against their solo bristleback, right? Techies is mostly mining.
Invisibility.
I mean, sorry, top.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see techies start rotating bot. Is that him right there? Yep, techies gonna start mining bot, and that's what needs to be happening. He needs to disrupt that tri-lane.
Definitely. You have to be a bit careful. Using those mines on the runes are so efficient at just like Storm's good. Like Quap could always go top, and Storm Spirit is gonna be. Like, Storm could go by. We wouldn't go bottom, but like just being scared of picking up rune is such a good way to play the techies.
Yeah, well, that's how you're supposed to play techies. You're not. You're supposed to be hidden. No one's supposed to know where you're putting those mines.
Yeah.
You just drop the mines, camp runes, like. Well, pretty much the fact that there is a tech.
Well, looks like they're gonna go in. They're gonna go on the silencer, and silencer actually come back. He actually said, "Oh, come to me. Don't go for the anti-mage. I want my carry to stay alive." That's a bit unfortunate, but at the same time, without Brown Dude, it's pretty hard to get away from that snowball.
A snowball with 2 people in it raises the movement
Yeah,
speed.
definitely.
It's not easy.
But they do know that they could have an opportunity. Fisher is actually not gonna block the right way, but at the same time, I don't think they had nearly enough follow-up to just kill that kill those guys. As for the mid lane, Storm once again dominating the mid lane really hard. 24 lasted for 8. I mean that's
well, mechanically speaking, Yura is one of the top mechanically advanced players in this tournament, right?
yeah. I mean he's I think he is.
Well, like technically North America for MMR like that.
Yeah, I mean, just like being like top 1 in America or top 5, I don't remember how close he is. It's kind of mean that if you manage to play Storm against like I-tier player, you should be able to do it in these games too.
Yeah, but we've seen before that even a high-tier player can make mistakes.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
2 games ago was it where Yura gave first blood to the Wind Ranger? Like, it's completely possible to take this game. Just a reminder that it's not like Yura's been dominating this whole tournament or anything at all. In his first game, he also played Storm Spirit, but he got sent to the losers bracket, so it is possible to win a game against them.
Yeah, definitely. He actually thought that it was Annex, the mid player that played against him, but looks like T was another player. Oh, well. But still, we're gonna see how this anti-mage is gonna fare. They changed their carry. Maybe this anti-mage is actually gonna be more efficient. Just pretty much not in terms of farming, but just really be able to use that mana void. Because last game, yeah, like sometimes Storm would play greedy, and if you know you're against a good anti-mage, Storm don't really want to play greedy until you get Lincoln, right?
Yeah.
And last game, he's like, oh, I know there's an anti-mage, but I'm not really scared of him, so I'm just gonna do my thing, and it actually worked for him really well.
Well, he's been really good as like zipping behind the anti-mage. So when he sees the anti-mage turn around to try to cast, he just zips behind him again.
Yep.
Like he's like disjointing the animations.
Definitely. But still, 39 lasted in like 6 minutes. Like, I'm not sure if he dropped one. He just dropped them right now,
Yeah,
but
he
like
just dropped one just now.
But like, still, like, he's not missing anything.
Well, after all those warm-up Storm games, he has the animation set, he has the damage proper, and his team is also stacking for him, so he doesn't need to stack for himself because in the other games, Yura's been playing on the Radiant side, so he had the ability to just stack for himself. But this time, being on the Dire side, it's a lot harder for the Dire.
Yeah, he has to walk a longer distance, and sadly enough, they're gonna do once again a suicide combo onto the silencer. Poor guy, no armor, but at the same time, anti-mage hasn't died, and he's been having a really good farm for himself too. He's like 8 under the Storm Spirit, but it's nothing too shabby. And as for the Ogre Magi, he doesn't really have to sit in lane with a Gyrocopter. In a 1v1 matchup, it's really rare that your Gyrocopter is scared of his lane.
Yeah, well, it's not like the Bristleback could turn around and try to go on him. Bristleback's out of mana. Gyrocopters like has the damage. There's nothing to be afraid of. But yeah, shoutouts to the supports for stacking, man. That's how you win games for your cores.
Definitely. I mean, that's just so good. Like, even Ogre Magi, yes, since they nerfed him a bit, he really, like, needs multicast to have a nuke that does lots of damage. But still, like, he doesn't need anything else than 2 levels to just do one combo for his cores. And if he just use the experience given by the Storm Spirit, like, it's
He's
so
gonna
efficient.
catch up just like that, so it's totally worth it.
It's so efficient. Like, he's almost level 5. Hasn't really done much. He could just stack the Scamp too if he wants to. And
But yeah, that's the kind of teamwork you need, right?
definitely.
I stack for you, you give me EXP.
You give me experience. And if you do get the stacks without me being near, I won't ever stack again. Not ever.
Story
again.
of my life. Please give me EXP.
That's the
Oh,
kind
whoa,
of.
that's the 10-man
Looks like
disconnect
you
once
lost
again.
someone here, mate.
We're kind of lucky because it only happened at the start, and we could be scared. So sometime it would happen in the early zero tournament, like you're scared of it happening again.
He's under attack.
It only happened like twice.
Well, it
It's
kind of
only the
ruins timings.
It
as
does
well.
ruins a bit of timing, but this time, like, nobody's in base. This could have been worse, but yeah, you're right. That's painful. Imagine, like, the guy go back to base and walk on a Techie Mines.
Yeah, like while disconnected.
That would be one of the saddest thing, like, possible. That would be actually...
I would cry for him.
I would laugh, then cry. Because, like, that would be so unfair. Like, come suicide Techies, like, come to me. Give me
Yeah,
my
it's
kill
about
back.
time.
But like that might skew a few last days for stats reasons.
Interestingly enough, Silencer is maxing Curse of the Silence.
I don't really agree with that. I think that Silencer's worst skill.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it depends. A really well-timed, like, Last Word into Curse of the Silence could be really strong, especially against a Storm, but...
Well, I think that only works if you have the level advantage, but being as a support Silencer carrying 2 depth, like, that doesn't really help as much.
What I miss? Over here now.
So right now, Storm is at 66 last hit, and I wonder if he's gonna get really higher than 80. That would be pretty amazing. And I wouldn't actually be surprised. Ogre Magi?
Well, what's contributing a lot to it is that Storm is not missing his last hits in the lane. He's doing so much, plus he has the stacks in the jungle as well. Dropping pretty low.
That's really, oh boy. Use your Ignite, buddy. Oh, he's like the good guy support. Doesn't want to get any
Doesn't want to
last
take
hit.
his carry smart. Oh, his mid support.
Once again.
Oh, wow, that was nice. Good bait with the suicide, and then anti-mage blinks into the landmine.
It's so unfortunate because this is last game.
Middle
The
is
exact same thing
missing.
happened with the anti-mage. Just blink, path right into the mines. But this time it was well bait by the Tuskar, and that's really good because that trialing they killed 4 times and with 3 suicide. But like that's gonna give so much experience to the Tuskar. He's already level 7.
Yeah, well, he's gonna be able to start ganking again real soon. Like, Tuskar has been a major pick this tournament as well. I've seen him almost every single game.
Yeah, definitely. As for the Gyrocopter, we haven't been talking to him a bit, but in a 1v1 matchup, he does have 52 last hit. So he has been farming pretty well. And I think,
I think you could go for this.
yeah, you could kill him. Just use your ulti a bit sooner. But still, this should get him.
Get the aggro off yourself.
Sometimes you want to cast your ulti so you like the stun and the
Yeah, it's
store at the
because
same
it's,
time.
yeah,
Still.
and it's the animation for the rocket to hit the ground.
Yeah, definitely. So you just like get in
Middle
front
is
of him because this is the
missing.
thing with Gyrocopter. He doesn't do too much damage to the Bristleback if he does have the Bristleback. Oh, techies.
Gets caught by the anti.
Consider thyself purified.
Still, there's like high possibility that's gonna be a pretty fast
Radiant's top tower is under
battle for
attack.
on the anti-mages game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the fastest.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No, we
No,
had a
we
12.
saw,
mi- a
yeah, we
12
saw
minute
like
one
11,
earlier.
but like there was a courier thingy, so we got this. Oh, but there's gonna be rotation by the Storm Spirit. Yeah, really have to be careful when you're against the Storm Spirit. You cannot farm with low HP because that's.
He will zip in. You won't
Yeah.
have time to react. Like,
I mean, level 1 Lightning Ball is
Dire's
pretty
middle
bad,
tower is under attack.
but it worked out. Easy kill. He's gonna get a stack. He's gonna get maybe a rune after it, and that's gonna speed up his Orchid really fast. And there's nothing scarier for
It's
an
a
anti-mage than
disaster.
dying once, dying twice, than having to play against an
Like-
Orchid from behind.
Yeah, like an anti-mage, he can't stop an Orchid until after his Battle Fury and he gets a Manta, which is usually at the like 20-something odd minute mark, which is a long time.
And that's gonna be like, once again, like 13 to 14, 12 to 13 minute like Orchid on Storm Spirit. It's so scary. And on top of having a toss cars, techies in your face, you're gonna have to face Storm Spirit Orchid.
Sora's been playing an amazing techies all day though. Like
Yeah, you really will.
most people usually grieve when they see a techies on their team, but
Radiant's top
nowadays
tower has
like
been
techies is
denied.
such a strong like pick.
Interestingly enough, they really commit to their suicide thing. So that's gonna put techies a bit far off going to the mid game, but that's more of a punish build. You wanna punish someone. You
Well,
want
they've got the carry twice, but they've got like they're disrupting their China. Silencer's starting to become annoying towards
Yeah.
the Tuskar.
especially with that. Such a weird build. Oh, but are they going? Poor guy, but that's gonna be that Tusker. There's no way he's gonna give it
But
away.
they forced the 5-man rotation. Got it.
5 man?
Well,
Yep,
4.
totally right. I mean, yeah, but still, Queen of Pain. I mean, that's still experience. Looks like I'm not really sure what item she's gonna go for,
They
the-
traded 1-for-1, forced the TP out.
and that's a kill for an Intimate, right?
No, it's a
Sad.
shaker.
That's really sad. But still, that's gonna be a 13-14 minute battle free onto the anti-mage. So if he's efficient with it, start like doing some safe split lane pushing. Techies though, he doesn't have any boom, and that's gonna be a kill for the anti-mage, and that's really good for them because even though if Storm Spirit is really good at punishing, he can be everywhere at the same time.
I think the choice now is for anti-mage to just go straight into the jungle, leave the lane for Earthshaker to farm his like dagger, or for Silencer to farm whatever he needs. Or maybe you can move the Bristle back to the bottom lane so he could get a survivability item and have Earthshaker Fissure spam top for his last hits.
He does have 34 lasted though, so
Yeah, he's doing pretty well for himself.
yeah. But he doesn't have that much gold. Looks like
Well, that's because he took a
one.
death.
Yeah,
Double
with lots of
damage.
gold, I believe.
Yeah, but this Tuskar just being super annoying.
And like once again, anti-mage, he's gonna have to be really careful before, otherwise, like Storm is just gonna teleport bottom. He doesn't have the TP just yet. Doesn't have rune, so
He has
And-
his Orchid now, though.
yeah, he does. But still, it's gonna take a while if he rotates, and anti-mage having the battle free, he should regen a bit. I'm even using that Salve to play safe, but Salve won't save
Tis
you.
mine.
Right now, like the Radiant should really like ward the entrance with sentries. Like make sure that you see rotation.
Well, they
onto this
committed,
tower.
Radiant committed one for their top rune and bottom rune. So that's their 2 wards.
Yeah,
cut.
and there's the latest Radiant one. Because like if you do get like a ward here, or like just straight up here, you're gonna see rotation by the Storm Spirit. Because if you know that he's not here, he's gonna be farming there. And if
Yeah.
you have your anti-mage and you're like, we don't mind if he farms or anti-mage farming too, that's the gamble you're picking, right? I do believe that Storm is like, oh boy, you have to be really careful.
Oh, there's
Nice
global
global wall,
silence.
though.
Saves the anti-mage. Anti-mage's gonna solve up. Queen of Pain's gonna go on. Oh, comes the snowball.
Radiant's middle tower is taking a drubbing.
Snowball onto the Queen of Pain. They're gonna commit to
Oh,
it.
that's amazing.
The money.
Really
What
well
a mana
played.
void. Cancel the animation. Save.
Radiant structures. They're
Well, that's like 2 kills.
fortified.
That's 2 for 1, but then again, they're losing their mid hero. And at the same time, Euro's pushing mid, right?
That gives like beautiful kills to the anti-mage. And this is a stats anti-mage. This is actually the first time in the tournament that we're gonna see an anti-mage just go for stats, and I feel like that's a
That's the way to go.
yeah.
Well, I would like to see more points into it, Blink first.
I mean, it's not like Blink would save you from Storm Spirit.
That's true.
You're gonna blink and he's gonna catch up to you. You get stats, might not save you, but it might. You know, like.
Yeah, it's more likely to save
And
you,
it's
I
also
guess.
gonna help you farm. We're also seeing Thread Switch from the anti-mage show. That's a really better start. And they do put a sentry?
Sentry, yep.
Why? You shall never know.
Well, maybe they thought there were some mines there, so anti-mage
Yeah.
should push safely.
Oh yeah, you're totally right. That's actually good, pretty good. So it does cover the tower.
Yep.
If you want to push. Storm Spirit going out once again. This looks like he's gonna do. He doesn't have that much mana, but nice, nice damage coming from the Storm Spirit. He's gonna try to dodge as much as he can, and easy kill. And slowly but surely he's picking up the Bloodstone. And this Gyrocopter is like really safe. Even though he has always have the good laning, no one's messed with him, doesn't have like death and stuff, he always go phase boot Aquila into BKB.
Well, I guess he's sticking with what's comfortable for him.
Yeah. Yo. Tread.
Oh, are you gonna do it? I think Tech could have held off that, that explosion.
Yeah, you have to be, you don't want to always spam it, because if you're not careful with your amount of gold, even if you suicide, you pretty much take the same gold.
Yeah,
Because you're gonna get gold and then you're gonna lose gold. It's not the way to go. Unless you're like buying like null talismans and stuff, like keeping your gold really low under your reliable
or you spend
gold.
all your unreliable gold on
Yeah.
clarities and sell it back when you respawn.
That could work, but you need to make sure that you have 10 seconds, right? You need to come back within 10 seconds. A 5 second? Yeah, 5 seconds. That's gonna be pretty rough.
Yeah. Well, even if you don't come back in time, like you're gonna lose your unreliable gold anyways. At least
Yeah,
you
yeah.
decide to
Might as
save
well
half
like
of
keep
it.
it. And we use like the clarity better than the techie.
Yeah, that's true. You are starting his Bloodstone now. Not as fast as last game though.
No, nowhere near as fast. And the Sentimage though,
He's taking a beating.
he's not really close from the Manta, but he does have okay-ish farm. So,
Spree.
well, once again, they should really not go there. Having no T1, like they should really like all the zone is so scary against that storm.
Like Yura's making like a chunk of his money off kills as well. They should just stick together and not let him be able to pick them off.
Yeah, definitely. 3-0.
Yeah. See, last game he hit like 7 kills within 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So the reason why his farm's so much lower is because they're not giving out as many free kills.
He's even diving T2 right now, using that Orchid. There's gonna be Global Silence. Slightly too late, and yep. And he has Silence has to be really careful because he could very well just come back if he wants to. Oh, Anti-Mage once again. But his Anti-Mage, oh, he's been really good job at fighting, getting kills for his team too.
Just going for the trade, which is like worth it. You want to accelerate the anti-mage farm, right? Like he pretty much has his Yasha up now.
Getting a tower, that's gonna be a Yasha, and Yasha is amazing on this little guy.
Speeds up his farm, like we said.
They're gonna have to be really careful about going for the rune here.
Maybe anti-mage is saving up a little bit. Oh, nope, just pulls out his Yasha right now. I thought he was gonna just grab an ultimate or for HP first.
It's like, it's pretty, you do that when you're like really scared of dying, which I think he is, but at the same time, taking the bet of moving faster, farming faster is most
But that's
likely.
taking the risk that we don't know if techies mind up our jungle or not, right?
Yeah, you're right.
But
He's anti-mage, like, he gets like some sort of armor pretty fast, so shouldn't be too bad. But still, if there's like 4 mines, what do you get? Besides dying, or
Yeah,
more
that's
painful
true.
death.
Mega kill.
you're starting to snowball again.
What a surprise.
Just coming real close to that Bloodstone. But then anti-mage, he's getting close to that Manta. Once he gets that Manta, the Orchid doesn't hurt him as much.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna see if he actually commit to having going for stats or mana shield, and Techi's killing the Queen of Pain. Let's say that an offlane killing a mid hero is pretty impressive, and this Queen of Pain is 0-3, but she's still pretty close.
I
from
would
the
count
center.
techies as closer to his support. Techies bought sentries, and he wasn't farming the lane, whereas the Tuskar was. But we're gonna see
I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. Oh,
that the mana void anti-mage is gonna go down. He should have just kept farming.
yeah, you don't want to fight this. This is a T1, and this is a dead silencer. Oh, he's hidden. They don't know where he is.
Oh, he's not.
He's gonna
He
use.
should have held on to that global silence too.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that's-
never want to use it to just save like one's life, or you just want to keep it to like when you guys want to push.
It's
or
a very long cooldown. It's like 2.5, like 2 minutes.
Yep, it's one of those long. So yeah, if we're checking the gold graph, it's slowly but surely once again going the way of the Dire, and anti-mage by dying. Yes, he does have the Yasha, does have the Battle Fury, but he's once again nowhere near close to what
Mythos.
like an anti-mage. Just anti-mage is a flash farmer, right? So if you would tend to say that around 20 minutes he has Meta.
Yeah. Well,
This
the
game-
main problems like we've seen today with most anti-mages is
I'm over here.
they're all team fighting. They're trying to salvage what their team have and go for that one kill at the exchange of their own life,
Yeah,
which
definitely.
isn't worth it. Like if you're gonna play like that, then maybe first item, battle period, or if you really want.
Yeah, or just straight up don't pick anti-mage with that spirit. Or play as Van or play Rate Knight. Just-
Well, the main thing is people want the mana break from the anti-mage to try to stop your Storm Spirit, but that's rough.
I don't feel like anti-mage is the. He's a good hero against Storm, yeah, right? But still, like, I don't know. Like the second, oh boy, he's gonna go in. There's no global too.
Can't stop him. They popped 3 ultimates for him just now, and he has Aegis. He's gonna come up.
So there was a pretty brutal mana butcher.
Yeah, but they really committed the Mana Void, the Queen of Pain ultimate, and the Echo Stab just to break an Aegis. Like, there's no way they can fight, and the courier goes down too. So that's like a lot of money going the way of the Dire side.
Yeah, definitely.
But that was a good fight for Radiant. Anti-Mage and Queen of Pain lived. They managed to kill 4, but they did lose a courier in the entire exchange.
He has to be really careful because he know that Storm is not far. You don't want to farm the lane. What you want to do is, like, if you know that Storm is bottom with using the teleport bottom, you want to go top. You're just gonna farm this wave and then kill those two, and then you're gonna play like cat and mouse, right? You're
Yeah.
just gonna, oh, he's gonna come top. I'm gonna go bottom.
Well, Queen of Pain also has her Aghanims now, so that's going to be big. She's going to be able to, she might be able to pop down the Storm, the Techies, maybe the Gyro, if he does.
But he's still pretty tanky, so they're gonna need more than just Sonic Wave. They're gonna need coordination. Come up the way of the global silence into definitely the Fisher.
Well,
from
how
the
much HP does Gyrocopter have?
1500? 1200.
12. Yeah, so
Doesn't
Queen
matter.
of Pain is going to
Yeah, but
tear
he
him.
doesn't have stats, that's why.
Queen of Pain is going to tear him apart though.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we're going to see a smoke coming on. Smoke on the Radiant side.
Did you see the... Oh, that's...
They're just going to deward instead. But then that gives vision.
Yeah,
Because,
that's tell them that
and then here comes the Zip.
there's gonna be... Is it gonna have time to use global though? He might have time. He actually used it, so he's
Right
getting
before he
pretty
dies.
low. And
Yours just gonna TP right in front of their face. Like that's disgusting. Gyrocopter chasing the wrong person. Here comes the snowball. It's gonna go finish off the Earthshaker as well.
But they do know that there's no Storm Spirit, so that's gonna give them a bit of time to farm. But they're gonna have to be really careful because Storm is gonna come back, and if he see the chance to zip from half the map, he's definitely gonna do it.
Yeah, well he's walking down mid lane right now. Like I think he's just gonna go farm. But already rocking 3K in the bank.
Yeah, so much farming. As for the, oh my god, and teammate is going for that.
Well, at this point, like
No, at this point you need to be able to break Orchid.
yeah.
Not only
because
that, Manta and the mana burn is amazing.
Yeah, it does help with like burning that mana. The reason why they even picked the anti-mage against the wow, look at all the sentries and wards down in the same area. But it was just a bait for Yor to come in with that Orchid, and the Snowball's gonna finish him off. Anti-mage is gonna go on the top card. Here comes the Queen of Pain ultimate. Yor's just gonna back off.
Get me to the underscape.
Still, the Sentimage is having 8 kill. Like, he's really farming well. He's gonna have like that Vlad.
Radiant's
And
middle tower is
Thing
taking
is-
Right here's the Vlad. Well, it's gonna help him maintain, I guess, if he avoids the fight.
oh my, he's gonna die right there. He's gonna get Vlad and go for Enchant and die. It's pretty sad.
Nope, is that a sentry on whose side? Oh, that's the Dire sentry.
Yeah.
Yeah, anti-mage.
Oh, maybe not. Actually, he's on. What?
Oh, he didn't blow them all up.
Cause he. What? I mean, maybe he was like, oh, he might have magic shield, but it's happening. Oh no, not yet. But we have to play here. Let's not miss it.
Well, anti-mage is gonna be able to heal up with that Vlads now. He can just hit some neutrals.
And then he's gonna die.
Gyrocopters almost has enough for his demon edge. He's been doing a typical build. He'll usually gets that BKB and goes for a Monkey King bar.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you don't go for a main missile. I feel like it's still pretty really like such a strong spell, so I can see why you want to use it. Especially if you're not like farming intensive and you're gonna be more like killing creep in the downtime and then fighting with your team, but still. Sometimes you want that extra strength and agility.
Let's take a look at the gold graph, see how it's showing right now. So that's a 12k lead on the Dire side. And can we check net worth?
Is this, that was we were at.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, 12k going to side of Dire.
And same in terms of experience too.
So we're gonna see what happens when you dominate. Anti-mage, like we said, no Manta Style. You can't break that Manta. Sorry, you can't break the Orchid. He's just gonna have to eat it each time.
Yeah, and the amount of gold he spent into that Vlad is pretty close from a Manta.
Well, that's the ultimate org.
Yeah, that's a bit more.
And they're gonna go on this.
Storm is gonna come. There's gonna be global silence. Doesn't really mind. Storm already going for the BKB. Realize that global silence is a threat, but at the same time, 15 Bloodstone charges, and that's pretty much it. It's gonna be so hard to do anything about it, and there's gonna be the missile.
Well, we were talking about what would be Yura's response to having the silence there on the other team rather than his own this time. And his response earlier, BKB, didn't want to go for the Uls or anything. Just grabs the BKB before his, usually he doesn't get the BKB until the 40-minute mark. He usually gets his Mjolnir before the BKB or the Sheep.
But if you know you have like those 15 Bloodstone charges, you're like, might as well like protect them and just...
Yeah. Well, he's running around at 12-0 right now. Anti-Mage, still 2k off from that Manta.
Yeah.
He needs that Manta. It's the only thing that can save him from the Orchid right now. Either that or a BKB. But I think he preferred to get a Manta first.
Yeah, Manta. Definitely Manta. I mean, BKB could work too. Don't get me wrong. It's just that Manta is an amazing item, and we're getting closer and closer to the...
Well, Manta's gonna help. Like, if he could save the BKB for a later game and have the bigger charges, that would be way better. But it looks like...
boat.
That's what a bait.
That's pretty sad.
They thought they really ran over all of them. Got their hopes up, shut them down.
That's so sad. Poor Anti-Mage died twice again, and Storm is so happy about it.
That's just more space for him. And it looks like he's gonna start going for that sheep stick now.
I'm over here.
Zip all the way into the top lane. He's gonna get that kill.
So much damage. I don't know. This game looks pretty close to over. Like, he's so strong right now.
Yeah, you're showing us how to play Storm Spirit.
Yeah.
The whole day, one hero's proving that like it doesn't matter if they counter pick him, if they whatever they throw at him, he's so confident in his Storm Spirit. He first picked it.
It's not only about he's gonna go in. There's gonna be global silence. He's gonna pop the BKB. He's gonna keep fighting, and nothing's gonna happen. But like I was saying, it's not about counter picking the Storm. It's about knowing how to counter him. It's not like only picking the anti-mage.
Yeah, you gotta play it properly.
You gotta play it right. You play Earthshaker because you can gank him when he's level 2 and 3 in the mid lane.
Yeah.
One good Fisher from a solo smoke, he could come alone and just poison into like a good Fisher, and it's gonna be amazing. But
well, that's like last game as well. They picked the Spirit Breaker, but they missed the ganking timing. They went after Storm after he hit 6 rather than when he was, what did you say, 4 or 5, right?
yeah, you just go level 1.
Yeah.
Level 1, you go, you're like,
You just gotta stop him as soon as possible. But
just like making sure that he doesn't get the first wave and then you leave, or just harass him a bit. It doesn't change a lot, but it's still slightly a bit. And look like you're gonna try. There's gonna be Sonic Wave it on pretty much Ogre Magi.
you can see you're a little bit over.
You have to be careful though. There's no BKB but there's no Sonic Wave this time. There's gonna be the Storm Snowball. It's not gonna do it. Are you gonna go in the base? Oh, that would have been so sad. So like that's pretty much
Storm could have
diving.
just zipped out if they
Yeah,
did.
it would have been for Oscar, right? But still, like, I don't see them doing anything right now. And
Like they just gave away your first racks at 30 minutes.
yeah, I mean they're not gonna count out just yet. But I mean at the same time, Anti-Mage hasn't gained gold in the past 5 minutes.
Right. He's been dying a lot too. He went from what 8-3 to 8-8.
8 and 5, I think. Yeah.
8-5 to 8-8. And in that time, he hasn't gotten his Manta Style.
Now there's gonna be Sheep Stick.
And then now the Manta Style won't help as much because if he like Mantas out of the Orchid, he's just gonna get Sheep Stick.
Yeah, if you Sheep Stick, there's no Manta. But you don't even need him. You know? But there's gonna be Dark Up, so he's gonna try to find. He's gonna drop you among this out. He's gonna cross the map. Just so much damage, 800 damage, like one shot. Anti-mate is gonna buy back, making sure that he doesn't get
I
any
think he's gonna
gold
go for a mana
whatsoever.
void.
But it's gonna kill Gyrocopter, but he's not gonna get that Storm Spirit sadly, and could almost fight
Well,
it.
he might get this one.
Of course,
Oh.
it had to be like a 3-type build,
Had
I guess,
to be.
right? Yeah.
There
yeah.
you go. There's this. Wait. No.
Oh no, he's dead. He just
Oh.
enta spawned.
Oh, he just respawned so fast. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm
He-
pretty sure I
he-
just saw that echo stab.
He actually didn't die. This is one of those instances like die alive, just so fast.
Yeah, well, how much gold was that worth?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
2,200 going to echo, going to Earthshake.
All right, he has his dagger now.
That's a
team.
big dagger. One kill.
He has more than that. He already had it. So that's Veil. Go get Veil.
Dire's
Just
top
try it.
tower
No, not a
is
Veil.
under
Yeah,
attack.
just try it. You have like Queen of Pain. You have Mana Void with that magical damage.
You know, I actually go for a sheep stick or a force staff, glimmer cape, but
He's going for
not a
the-
veil.
Yeah, he's going for a Scepter. Which is even worse than Veil. I mean, you get Veil with like, I don't know, sometime, but I totally agree with you that force staff for like the better fisher or stuff like that, but it's not the easiest thing to do.
Well,
Dire's
not
top
just
tower has
like
been
if he could
denied.
get the glimmer, he could try save whoever storm zips and pulls,
Whoops.
or an Ul scepter or
Let the
something. I don't
fun
know.
begin.
It's because many times Storm Spirit would zip in and then Orchid the Earthshaker. If he Uls himself, he can keep going. Earthshaker wants to keep going for this. He's not afraid.
Euro is like pretty much 1v4 right there, and
Here I
nothing really
am.
happened.
Well, Gyro did take a death because Euro's walking around with 0 mana.
Yeah, definitely.
so he kind of owes him one.
But still, like this Gyrocopter, having that MKB and stuff, he's really, really strong.
Yeah, he's doing like we've been talking a lot about Storm Spirit and Anti-Mage, but Gyrocopter, he has quite a lot of farm for himself as well, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like even if they take down the Storm Spirit, Gyrocopter is still there. He's their backup carry, right?
I mean, if you don't die and you get all those towers really fast, obviously, even if you don't farm effectively, like he hasn't like been stacking. He hasn't used that Dominator at all. Actually, he went for Dominator, but never used it.
No, he
really.
did use it. He stacked the Ancient.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see it. I didn't like see that they stacked it.
Yeah,
But still,
he did a small Ancient stack while Euro was bottom and mid.
Immortality is mine.
but still, like his farm is like way enough to like kill anyone. Look, the Sentimage.
Yes.
And not Mento yet. But at the same time, they do have good combination. They do have good team fights. So if they do get, but I think that they don't want to go for the Storm. Like they kind of want to. But at the same time, if you don't go for a Storm at this point,
Invisibility.
I
He's
don't know.
gonna stop your whole
That
team.
should be
but, like,
pretty hard. But there's Mana Void
especially now
level two.
that Storm has BKB, he has Aegis. Like
I think he's just waiting to just zip through and just try to do one shot on Silencer.
I think what you do is you just stall until for 5 minutes, wait for that Aegis to expire.
Yeah.
There's no way they can fight into that right now.
There's no way he's gonna do it. He's just like sitting a bit from afar. He's gonna use the vision given by the Gyrocopter
Queen
and
of
he's
Pain
gonna
has
go
it.
for Silencer.
There's-
There it is. Making sure that there's no global silence happening.
Yeah, he used the sheep. Wow. There's a mana void again, killing the Gyrocopter.
Poor guy. He was pretty much already dead, but still, he's gonna come back and he's pretty much all dead. Club's dead, and teammate dodging the thing. There's gonna be the totem, so it's gonna be a bit of stun disable for him, but he's gonna use Vortex, and they can't really do anything about it. And teammate is alive, but at the same time, that's gonna be mid-racks right
What is he gonna do? Storm's gonna have his Orchid and sheep pick up again. Anti-Mage still does not have.
There's gonna be a buyback. There's gonna be totem. They're gonna make that kill him right there. And yep,
They're gonna try. They're certainly gonna try.
that's actually so. Once oh, ooh.
But that
The
tough.
damage coming from the big tree though.
They're gonna keep going.
And teammates, you do have the Vlad. Just men fight them or not.
It is dangerous. Dire side can't be here much longer. Their cores are down. They have to get out. Anti-Mage still up.
Not going?
Well, I think he has to defend his.
Yeah,
Forward.
definitely. And
Techie's still trying to push up with his landmines, and Techie's gonna go down.
on Storm's
Here comes
coming
Storm,
back.
comes
That's gonna
back
be
in.
wow. That's pretty much it. Club is gonna try to fight, and they're gonna fight until the end. They're not gonna call GG.
Yeah.
They're not gonna let
Well,
them
this
fight.
is their last chance at
Yeah.
the money, the $500, right? But both teams doing well to get here as well. Like second place gets Headphones, is it?
Headset, yeah.
Headsets, yeah.
So it's not about like trying to get each other winning. It's not about like we're gonna play until the end.
We're gonna stop this Storm Spirit. We're gonna kill this Storm Spirit
Yeah,
again
at least
before we're
once.
through.
But they
And
did,
the GG's gonna
kill,
be caught up by.
they did
NX.
kill him twice this game. So 28 and 2. I mean, that was such an amazing run by him.
Yeah, Euro showing us once again his Storm Spirit is something to be scared of. But wow, what a game! Like, I think the main thing that we had to see is like, you need that Mantis style. Like,
Yeah, I think that's. It's not only about item choice. I think, we keep repeating us, all tournament and stuff that when you actually pick Earthshaker, you pick some counter against the Storm Spirit. It's not only about picking those heroes. It's about using them wisely. So maybe if they actually
and a big thing was how much the Ogre helped Storm Spirit this game. He stacked that Bloodlust, compensated for his, the attack speed items that he usually gets. So he was able to go straight BKB. He finishes the stacks, shares the EXP. Everyone gets up. Everyone gets strong. That teamwork, like once again, you're over 800 GPM on a Storm Spirit. That's not something you see very often,
unless in this tournament.
unless in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. But still, like this Ogre, like the player, he wasn't silencer. He was not like the most effective player in a sense, but
Yeah.
he does know how to support in a sense that you know how to pull, you know how to stack, and you don't need to have the biggest mechanical skills in those kind of games when you're playing support, right? If you know how, if you have a good head, you know how to help your team and help your cores.
That's
It's
what it
gonna
is, because,
benefit
like,
a lot, right?
As a support, you're not like the mechanical skills. What is that? Lane control, map awareness, and whatever, right? But if you have like a team captain, like say someone telling you, okay, I'm going in here, make sure I come out alive, stack this for me, like
I'm going in, use that global silence.
Yeah.
I'm going in, use bloodlust.
no,
Thank
but
you at the end of the game.
still, either way, like he did contribute to his team's win.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
Oh, he played amazing. He really did. Like, doesn't drop your stack. You just get your experience. He didn't feed like or anything. He just
Yeah.
pretty much helped his turns for it.
look, he has one of the lowest deaths on his team, like
Yeah.
the whole time, and like we've seen him progressively get better as the tournament went as well. Like the first game, his ultimates were kind of iffy, whatever. But as we see him keep playing, he got stronger and stronger. He
I mean-
figured out how to play like with his team more. Like, but this is amazing. We saw him come from the losers bracket. The first round, they get sent to the losers bracket. They climb through the losers bracket, get to the grand final stage, and win it there.
Yeah, they played really well all together too. I think that they had like, I think that Euro really like carried his team, captain his team and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess like the most likely that these guys enjoyed themselves and stuff. So this is really important when you play Dota, right? You try to enjoy it through the cancer a bit. Just through
Enjoy
it.
the
Yeah.
cancer. That's what
Yeah,
it
just
is.
enjoy it. It's burning inside, but just enjoy it. That's what you're playing, right?
Yeah, well, that's true. It's just a game, right? It's not like
Yeah.
these guys are not trying to make a living off of it. Like, they're professionals. These guys are actually here because they want to play Dota. It's fun. And they didn't really care about MMR or anything
Yeah.
like that.
And just the whole concept of the tournament is pretty fun because like all the team, like obviously they didn't have like 7K in each team, but like they had a 5K. So like new player, like more amateur player with low level MMR, they still have the chance to actually play on a team with a good 5K player.
Yeah,
a
and then that
4.9K.
person's going to,
it's help you. You
Yeah.
improve a bit and stuff.
like, I can only imagine. He's probably telling them, hey, you should be doing this. Watch out for this. Like,
unless he doesn't say anything and just try to do anything by himself. But that would be quite like the opposite of like some sort of fun tournament like that. But at the end of the day, he did get the money for himself and his team. And congratulations to them. Congratulations to everyone who played in this tournament.
so this is hosted by Canada Esport. And from what I know, they're going to be hosting another one in the future.
That's
Right.
interesting.
And then
I'm Streetlight.
I'm Senj.
This is Senji. We were casting with Samir with Strigwear. If you like our cast, so just follow us on our Twitch, on our Twitter. It's written on the thingy, and
Streetlight and Timir also cast for ES Champ. Check them out as well.
because for ES Champ, we're doing various tournament in the region of Toronto. Our next tournament is going to be around September and October.
Watch out for Canada Esport as well. Check them out on Facebook. Like their stuff.
Definitely nice tournament.
I've told you're gonna do more. Shouts to sponsors as well, Red Bull.
Shout out to Salfu, they fifth.
And I think
That's
we're
pretty
good.
much it.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys soon.
See ya.